What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Nevin the Barber, and in today's haircut tutorial I'm going to be covering a burst fade with a textured fringe. So to get right into today's haircut tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use the all new white Saber trimmers to set in my first initial guideline. And this actually is the very first cut that I'm doing with these trimmers, and as you guys can see, they are hitting right out the box. And I'm going to follow this guideline going up about an inch using no guard with the lever all the way open. So this is cutting the hair down to a 0.5 length right here, and I'm going to follow up going up about another inch with the 1.5 guard all the way closed. So essentially all I'm really doing right here is I'm putting my guidelines in going up, and then I'm going to come back down and erase each guideline. So now that I have the 00, the 0.5, and the 1.5 set, I'm going to go ahead and do some clipper over comb up into the parietal ridge and the crown area. And now to erase my middle guideline, I'm going to be using the half guard with the lever all the way open. So the clipper is now cutting the hair down to a short number 1 guard length right here. And I'm just focusing on blending the 0.5 into the 1.5 using the half guard. And I'm just going to gradually close the lever as needed, ensuring that I shorten my cutting stroke every time I close the lever. And you guys can see that that middle guideline is slowly starting to fade away. And just be patient with it. All of your clients are going to have different hair texture. Some of your clients' hair may be thicker than others. And I personally like to use the corner of the blade when detailing and refining my blend. And I like to use the corner rather than using the full blade, only because I can get a much more precise cut. And now with no guard, lever all the way closed, I'm going to begin flicking at that bottom guideline, blending the 00 into the 0.5. And just like that, I was able to knock out that bottom guideline. And I highly recommend using a zero gap clipper when doing this. This will make this specific step right here a lot easier. And now that I have that guideline blended out, I'm going to go ahead and line up the nape area into a V shape. So when doing a burst fade, you could either line up the back in a V shape or round it off. So just ask your client what their personal preference is when doing this step. I personally think the V shape looks a lot sharper and makes the burst fade pop out a little bit more. And now I'm going to follow up using the skin shaver. This is the Uno shaver right here by Gamma. And if you guys do want to get a discount on any of the clippers that I'm using, feel free to use my discount code NEVIN10 on the Stylecraft and Gamma website. And now I'm going to go ahead and detail and polish up my blend, just ensuring that every hair is cut down to perfection. Not only will your client appreciate it, but this will increase your chances of retaining that client, getting them back in your chair. So always take an extra 5 minutes just to go back and refine your blend. And you guys can see just how clean I was able to do this burst fade using a few simple steps. You really don't have to overcomplicate the haircut harder than it needs to be. And now for the top, I'm going to go ahead and saturate the hair and part it right down the middle. And I'm just bringing all of that hair right over the parietal ridge bone, doing some point cutting. And the reason why I do this and cut everything that's passing the parietal ridge is to ensure that I get a nice clean transition into the crown. That way there's no overhanging hairs. And now I'm going to use the bangs as a guide, and I'm going to cross check all throughout the top of my client's crown. Again, I'm doing point cutting right here. And the reason why I'm doing point cutting is because I want to get more of a textured look rather than a blunt flat cut. And same thing on the back, you guys can just see how I'm over directing the hair using my previous section as a traveling guide. And now I'm gonna do some shears over comb with my NevinTheBarber shears. If you guys do wanna buy some of my shears, feel free to message me on Instagram and I will get you guys squared away. They are made of the highest quality Japanese forged J2 steel. So now that I have the left side of my blend complete, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same exact steps on the right side. So I'll first start off with my trimmers, creating a circular guide right above my client's ear. And as I mentioned before, these are the new white Sabers that just came out by Stylecraft. Again, if you guys want to get a discount on them, feel free to use my discount code Nevin10 on the Stylecraft website. I will be sure to leave the link in the description for you guys. And now with my Metal Instinct clippers, I'm going to follow up this guideline going up about 1 inch, followed by the 1.5 guard all the way closed, again going up about another 1 inch. And now I'm going to do some clipper over comb, blending into the occipital bone and the parietal ridge area. And when doing this, you guys can see how I'm rolling that comb off of my client's skull. And now with the 1/2 guard lever all the way open, I'm going to begin flicking out that middle guideline, blending the 0.5 into the 1.5. So it's a pretty self-explanatory system, as you guys can see. All I'm doing is creating my guidelines going up, and then I'm coming back down, erasing each guideline and refining my blend. And again, as I recommended, I think it's a lot easier if you guys use the corner of your blade when blending out these guidelines rather than using the full blade, just because you can have a lot more control and precision with each cutting stroke. And just like that, I was able to blend out that middle guideline, as you guys can see. So now that I have my middle guideline blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and line up my client's C-cups before erasing the last guideline. And I always like to line up the C-cups before erasing the last guideline, just because I feel like it brings a lot more contrast and pop to the fade. And now with no guard lever all the way closed, I'm gonna begin attacking that bottom guideline, blending the 00 into the 0.5. And this is probably the most important step right here of the entire haircut. This is really what's gonna make or break the fade. So just be sure to take your time on this step right here. With a very short cutting stroke, you're just gonna tap that bottom guideline, trying to blend it out. And if it's not coming out, just do lever play, opening and closing your lever as needed, just to flick out any last dark areas that you guys see. And if you guys have learned anything in this tutorial so far, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am on the road to 300,000 subscribers, and I do appreciate each and every one of you guys that tunes in. And I am gonna start uploading weekly tutorials for you guys. So if there's any specific haircut you all wanna see, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to get them out for you guys. And right here, I'm just refining my blend, making sure that I can get my burst fade to look as clean as possible. And just like that, I was able to get a nice clean burst fade executed on both sides. And now I'm gonna repeat the same exact steps as far as doing shear work on my client's crown. So I'm gonna begin by saturating my client's hair, followed by parting the hair down right in the middle and combing everything to the right side of his parietal ridge. And you guys can see how I'm just point cutting everything that falls over the parietal ridge area. And now I'm gonna be using the bangs as a guide, and then I'm gonna cross check all throughout the top of my client's crown area. And this is one of the most simple yet effective methods to trim the top of your client's hair. And finally, to finish up this haircut, I'm gonna be doing some shears over comb. And you guys can see how I'm just rolling that comb off of my client's parietal ridge bone up into the crown. And last but not least, I'll go ahead and finish off doing some point cutting, ensuring that every last hair is cut down to perfection. And now I'm just gonna apply some styling powder to my client's hair and style it for him, giving him that picture perfect look. And since this is a textured fringe, I definitely recommend using styling powder or texturizing spray when styling your client's hair. And just like that, I was able to give my client a nice clean burst fade. Again, I appreciate all of you guys who tuned in to the end of this video. If you learned anything, please be sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But it's been your boy Nevin the Barber, and I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one.